And thank you so much for joining us on this daily power call. Today is Monday, June 22nd. This is Diamond Ambassador Tara Wilson, just calling in after arriving just a few hours ago from Spain. What a great event we had with our European team, the first National Success Training Europe. We're really exciting to see the challenge being shared and changing lives, both physically and financially, all over the world. So if you're just joining us today, and you're taking a look at what we're doing from two different perspectives. One might be somebody who needs the challenge, whether they want to lose some weight, which is a vast majority of who looks at the challenge, or maybe you're looking to up your fitness, build some lean muscle, or many of you may just be having the desire to maintain or create a healthier, nutritious lifestyle. So maybe wanting to start off with a healthier breakfast, healthier energy options, and healthy snacking throughout your day. You've come to the right place. And then the other group of people on the phone is the entrepreneurs who see the ever-growing obesity epidemic and what we do here with ViSalus in the being the largest provider of healthy fast food, wanting to help people make better decisions. You can see a vast need for that and want to help share the challenge around the world. So, guys, my journey began 4.5 years ago when I saw the ever-growing obesity epidemic. In fact, I read a headline that said obesity now passes smoking as the #1 killer, #1 cause of death, #1 cause of heart disease. And that was a huge moment for me. And I started thinking, wow, this is a serious problem. And being an enthusiast about health and wellness and being in the industry for a few years prior to that with some other companies, and just seeing the impact of taking good nutrition and also giving the value of education to people who need it. A lot of people don't know that 95% of Americans don't get 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. The recommended is 9 to 13, and most people don't get 5. Sometimes I joke that I get more fruits and vegetables in my morning shake than I do, than most people do in an entire day. So it's about just healthier choices. And I saw a need, I saw a big gap. And what I mean is you don't build a business, you solve a problem. I don't know, for those parents out there, especially with small kids, there's a movie called Robots, and the entire theme, they probably say it 20 or so times, is you find a need and you fill a need. Find a need, fill a need. Find a need, fill a need. So you don't build a business, you solve a problem. And that's what we're doing here with ViSalus. We're helping solve one of the worst problems that has ever hit humankind, which is obesity, which is, people are the declining health. It may not be just obesity, but there's a massive declining in health for people because we're busy, we're working jobs, we're on the go, we live in a very fast-paced society. We want everything convenient right now, right now, right now, and there's not that many healthy options. So you're seeing the rise in cancer and heart disease and obesity, diabetes, all these things, even in children. And so I'm very passionate about helping. And when I saw what ViSalus was doing, that it was so affordable that it was literally going to take money you're already spending on things, options, snacks, energy drinks, and meal replacement that was more expensive and less healthy, and you redirect it, and now you're not only getting saving on the back end, but you're also getting closer to any health goal that you have. I myself lost about 12 pounds on the challenge. My husband lost over 60 pounds. My brother-in-law lost 140 pounds. 77 of that was in the first 90 days, and I saw that very quickly. So being the entrepreneur that I was, I quickly made him take some pictures. I laminated them, and I started going to living rooms, guys. It wasn't anything drastic. It wasn't anything major. I started going and sharing the stories, and people were just joining the challenge like crazy. Hundreds and hundreds of people a month, and thousands of people a month were joining the challenge through our team, and I started seeing lives change like you wouldn't believe. And so I'm very excited about what we do here, and 4.5 years later, I look back and think, wow, we've done a lot of great things, but just in North America alone, well, we're not in Mexico yet, so just in the United States and Canada, we have over 350 million people. In our European markets, we have another 300 or so million people, and that's over 600 million. We've only helped 3 million people, which means there's 597 million people who still haven't, joined the challenge, and many of them are looking for solutions. So if you're looking for a solution, if you've tried every single diet and you still have 10, 20, 30, 40, 80, 100 pounds to lose, look no further. Get on the challenge. We are so confident you're going to get results that we guarantee it or your money back. You can take every drop of the product, you send back the empty bags 90 days later, and if you're just not satisfied with the results you got, we'll give your money back, no hassle. That's how confident. Most places, guys, don't even offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we offer a full 90 days. That's because 90 days is short enough to commit to, but it's long enough to see massive results. I mean, I think the company record is that gentleman in Canada lost 115 pounds on the challenge in his first 90 days. Now, those results aren't typical, and he also, I think he started at over 500 pounds, but just to see if somebody can lose 115 pounds, can you lose that 10, 20, 30 that you need to become, to get into the category of healthy? Or my husband gained over 34 pounds of lean muscle. I know that our CMO, Blake Mallon, gained over 23 pounds of lean muscle in 90 days. So for those of you guys looking to have that summer beach bod, it's definitely feasible to put on 10, 20 pounds of muscle in the next couple months. And so if you have a health goal, this is a no-brainer. 2 meal replacements, 2 healthy options for breakfast and lunch if you're looking for weight loss, or protein shakes to add on to your workouts, 7 healthy gluten-free snacks, 4 energy drink options. For those of you watching online, you know that my favorite is still this 2 ounces of, I call it heaven, is the Go Shots. It's kind of like the 5-hour energy, but without all the garbage. It's 21 calories. It tastes great. It doesn't make me have the jitters, no crashes, and it's full of antioxidants and phytonutrients that give me a good healthy energy and no crashes, no headaches, no withdrawals. So excuse me while I take a sip. And there is a huge, massive need for energy. So, who do you know that snacks all day? Who do you know that, drinks energy drinks? I was just talking to a gal on the line today. She called me and said, I'm interested. So we were chatting, and I said, look, here's to put it in perspective. Red Bull does $4 billion of sales in the United States in energy drinks, in the canned energy drink sector. That is almost as much as the entire worldwide sales of Gatorade. Energy drinks in one company in just the U.S. is $4 billion. The worldwide Gatorade sales is a little over $4 billion. So, guys, that shows you people are spending money on energy drinks. Now, just because Red Bull puts millions and millions and millions of dollars of advertising doesn't mean it's the best drink. It just means they have the biggest advertising budget. Our drink is healthier. It's full of vitamins. It's, it doesn't have all the stuff that you don't want. It's got a good, healthy energy coming from green tea and the vitamins. It's 24% juice, and it tastes amazing. So, guys, this is the Vi difference. Is it a little bit more expensive? Yes, because they have economies of scale. They're producing billions of dollars right now. We just launched it a few months ago. Hopefully, we'll be doing billions of dollars in the next few years, and we'll be able to, be a little bit more competitive. But it is also a better product, guys. They're not putting 24% juice in their product. They're not filling it toward, full of vitamins. And so it is a top shelf product. But the great news is you'll always have to pay for Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar, and with ViaSalus Neon, you can actually get it for free. So you refer 3 people to the Neon, and you get yours own for free. And that's with all our products, guys. So if you know a few friends that want to join the challenge with you, maybe they'll also want to lose some weight by summer, or just get a little healthier, or go to the gym and get fit with you, you get 3 friends on the challenge, even as a customer, and your product is for free. And you can choose product from our entire lineup. So just to recap, save money while you lose weight or get fit. If you don't, you get your money back. And by the way, if you do, as a reminder to all of you, every 10 pounds that's lost through the challenge or gained in lean muscle, our company will donate 90 meals on behalf of you for your efforts to Project 10, which blesses children with 90 meals to go to children who are obese or suffering from lack of good nutrition. We're working with, we just have an official partnership announced in April with the Boys and Girls Club of America, and our goal is to help them with their goal of raising 5 million healthy meals over the next couple of years for children in need. So, to me, number one, if you have a health goal, it's a no-brainer. For those entrepreneurs, this is also a no-brainer. Where else can a stay-at-home mom of 3? I'm sitting here trying to avoid mine. It's summertime, so my 6-year-old, my 9-year-old are running around the house. I'm pretty sure my 15-year-old is still in bed or playing video games because I haven't heard him in a while. So, where else can a stay-at-home mom invest $500 in, 4.5 years ago and turned it into $2.5 million of commissions, a global, international team in 12 countries. Guys, I didn't know anybody even in Canada when I started. like I just, I knew a few friends, and it's crazy that when you think about the power of networking, the power of referrals is, I signed up somebody, then they had a friend over here, and then they had built a team, and they called their friend over here, who called their friend over here, and, we're launching Germany, and all of a sudden it's, hey, who do you know in Germany? Well, I know a guy that owns a cheerleading gym, and, oh, well, he knows a guy that owns a cheerleading gym, and he knows a guy that, helped build cheerleading gyms in, Germany, who went out to Germany and signed up somebody who, became a promoter who signed up another guy, and now we have a team in Germany. We have another team in a country that's just probably getting ready to launch here over the next few months, and you just never know, and that's how it works, the power of network, because, if you know 100 people, which most people do, and they know 100 people, and they know 100 people, just in your first 3 levels of referral, that's over 1 million people, right? So if you call 100 people and ask them, who do you know, chances are you're going to find out, knowing that 70% of the population's overweight, 70 out of 100 people will actually need your product currently right now. This isn't like 7 out of 10 people were at some point overweight or obese. 70 out of 100 people right now, in this time of day, in California, in the United States, in Canada, and 50% of Europe are overweight right now. In Europe, 25% obesity. In the United States and Canada, 33% are obese. So if you call 100 people and say, hey, I just started a business, I'm, promoting the most incredible challenge, who do you know who needs to lose weight? 7 out of 10 of them should be me. I do. So it's not really hard, guys. As an entrepreneur, I set out to a few living rooms, and now a couple $1 million later, 5 millionaires on my team. One of them is a single mom who had to borrow the money to get in, has made over $1 million now, changed the life of her and her 2 daughters. Over 100 ambassadors, 6-figure earners on our team, and 2,250 BMW qualifiers, and several more that are thousandaires, meaning they make $1,000 or more a month. So this has definitely been life-changing for us, and now as an entrepreneur, I'm going to spend the rest of my life helping other people do this as well, especially moms, dads who are working a second job. There's no sense of working a second job when you can own your own business, spend less time, work harder for yourself, have better tax advantages, and have no cap on your income. This isn't something that you're going to get paid an hourly wage. You get to decide what that hourly wage is, and in a moment we're going to talk about how to get that. So if you're interested in promoting the challenge, please stay tuned for the next 10 minutes of training, which we're going to talk about a few simple ways that you can actually increase your paycheck very simply by doing the things that we teach you to do. So, guys, if you're interested in becoming an entrepreneur with us, I strongly urge you to go to www.overview.vi, V-I, with a V, as in Victor, overview.vi.com. The first 10 minutes is all about the challenge, who we are, what we do, and how we're helping people get a health transformation. The second 24 minutes is a little bit about our entrepreneur model. It's how we create entrepreneurs. Why would you want to join us? What is our strategy? And if you do, come aboard, what are the different ways you can get paid? I'll just tell you this. We pay people 10 different ways. I had a really great job in the mortgage industry where I got a base salary, I got commission, I got bonuses, and I got overtime. The most I've ever made at a job was 4 different ways, and it was very lucrative. I was making a 6-figure income in that, and the mortgage used to be a great a great deal when it was hot. Now it's not, so I don't know where I'd be there if I didn't get into this. But this company pays me 10 different ways, and so get back to the person who talked to you and let them know you would definitely like some more information. Maybe you want to taste the products, maybe you want to go to a local challenge party, and if you're an entrepreneur, to me, again, guys, this is a no-brainer. I don't know where else a stay-at-home mom can make millions of dollars and help others do the same, all while helping fight the obesity epidemic and helping people get healthy. I feel good every day about what we do because all the money that we make is all tied to people's lives changing. So we invite you to take a look and hopefully become part of our team. So for the next couple minutes, guys, we're going to do a little bit of training on the three best ways that you guys can go out and increase your paycheck this month. So the first thing I want to remind everyone is, there is no such thing as saving time. There is no such thing as saving time. All you can do is spend it better. So if you're spending it watching TV, if you're spending it, going out with friends, watching the ball game, surfing Facebook, I mean, I can't believe the statistic I heard the other day was like extraordinary. Like people spend 4 to 5 hours a day on social media. Like, oh, like I'm all for, checking out my friends and see what they're doing, and I'm all for, posting a picture here and there, but hours a day that you could be used, and so when people say they don't have time, let's talk about what time they don't have. First of all, in a week, in 7 days, you have 168 hours. 168 hours. There's my pen. So I'm going to write this down. 168 hours. Assuming that you sleep 8 hours a night, which is, some people sleep less, some people sleep more. 8 hours is recommended by most health experts to, maximize your, all the cycles that your body goes through and whatnot, hormone production. So let's say you do that 168 hours minus 56 hours, which would be, you have 112. Let's say you have a full-time job and you work 40 hours a week. That brings you down to, you sleep 8 hours a night, you work 8 hours a day. That leaves 82 hours for other things. Now, for those of you who have families, for those of you who are involved in churches, charities, whatever you got, we also have fitness. So let's say you want to work out 5 hours a week. We'll take 5 hours. That leaves 77 hours. Oh, you have to eat 3 times a day, 20. We'll call it 20 minutes a meal. That's 7 hours a week. And we'll put another 3 hours because sometimes you're eating dinner with family or friends at a restaurant and it may take longer. So now you're down to 67 hours. And in those 67 hours, we've already got sleep, we've already got work, we've already got working out, we've already got eating. Those are your essentials. So 67 hours. Okay, so maybe you say, you know what, I want to spend at least 4 hours a day quality time with my family. Quality time. Like I put down my phone, I put down my computer, 4 hours a day. Let me just put this in perspective. I don't remember spending 4 hours of quality time with my parents when I was little. I mean, we did fun things. Once in a while, we would go to a ballpark, or we would go to an amusement park, or we would go to the park, or, we'd play some board games. I certainly don't remember spending 4 hours a day every day with my parents, and I turned out to be well-adjusted, secure, loved, smart, went to good schools, didn't get into too much trouble, and I had a great relationship with my mother and my father. My mother unfortunately passed away. I got great relationships with my siblings. I feel like I'm a pretty good mom. So 4 hours is very generous, but there's a lot of people who it's their number one value is to hang out with family. So let's say 4 hours a day, we'll say an extra 4 hours on the weekend. So 24, say 28, 32 hours. Let's say 32 hours of quality time a week, right? So 67 minus 32, that still leaves 35 hours where you're not sleeping, eating, working out, or spending quality time. That leaves 35 hours. Most people are like, I don't have any time to build my business. Number one objection is I don't have any time. Well, what are you doing in those 35 hours? What are you really doing? Well, here's what I know. The average American watches 22 hours of TV. People always say, Tara, what's your favorite show? Or have you seen this show? I'm like, I've never even heard of that show unless I saw it on a billboard somewhere or a magazine. Like, I don't watch TV. I watch maybe a half an hour to an hour a couple times a week when I'm laying in bed. Like, we put the Food Network on, and we have these food shows that we watch as we're going to sleep, and I usually fall asleep before one even ends. Like, I read, I work, I spend time with my family, I travel, but the top of my list and anywhere on my list is not, there's no priority of watching TV. It just is a time waster. It's just mindless entertainment that doesn't grow my business, it doesn't deepen my relationships with my family, and it spends money because you're sucking money out of your wallet every 7.5 minutes when you're advertised to buy someone else's products, services, or events. So the reason companies spend billions of dollars in advertising is because it works. So they put the whole point of television is to put things entertaining enough to get you to buy stuff every 7.5 minutes. Do you realize the only reason if advertisers didn't pay, you know how actors get paid? Advertisers and cable. Like, that's it. You stop watching, the advertisers will take their money somewhere else. There's no more TV. It is perpetuated by the advertising industry. Don't you realize, like, you are a part of a big game to make money off of things that they're going to advertise, and they use, really, the bigger the actor, the bigger the dollars, right? You go watch the Super Bowl, people are paying $5 million for a 30-second ad because there are so many eyes on the Super Bowl. So bigger actors, more advertising, more time that you spend watching it. Just a little side trail there, but that's definitely not building your business. So let's say the 35 hours that, you know, part-time you feel comfortable with wanting to relax and wanting to go out with your friends once in a while and do something, that you're comfortable spending 10 to 15 hours a week. Would still leave you 20 hours a week of just whatever you want to do time. So let's say 10 to 15 hours a week, even 5. Their spare time is 5. Let's call it spare time 5. Part-time is, you know, 10 to 20. Full-time would be over 30 hours a week. I chose to do this full-time. Now, I didn't have enough activity to do it full-time for probably the first 6 months because I was just building my team and everyone was at work, and, you know, we would just do a couple challenge parties a week and make some phone calls and some emails and maybe do a little prospecting. But guys, like, I had an 18-month-old. I was spending a lot of time with my 18-month-old when I launched my business in January of 2011. But let's be clear that I was probably working around 15 hours a week when I was, you know, from zero to going to ambassador, where I was making about $10,000 a month. But there was one thing that I did do, and this is what I want to share with you guys today, and it's called income generating activities. There are activities that you can do that will generate higher income than activities that are low income. Like organizing my contact list should be all of 5 minutes, you know, because it's not going to, picking up the phone and calling that contact list is what is going to make me the money. So the first thing you got to do, the first step in increasing your income, is you got to get customers. Your title, your job title, we don't have a job, so your business title is promoter. Independent promoter. And what we do is promote the challenge. This is not the begging business, the convincing business. There's no selling, there's no hard closing, there's no weird tactics. It's, hey, I just started the 90-day challenge. My goal is to lose 10 pounds. I need 3 people to do it with me. Trust me, your friends that want to lose weight will call you and say, what are you doing? I want to do it with you. Tell me more about it. That's the first step, is that I never had to sell, you know, anybody in my friends and family. All of them that wanted to lose weight, they knew what I did. They asked me for the information. They got started. I never had to hard close anybody in my entire friends or family or warm market ever. In fact, I just looked today. I have 1,500 in personal qualifying volume through customers that are people that are coming on and off the challenge. You know, customers that I signed up before that, you know, are just coming back. $1,500, you know, which earns me an extra, let's see, 20%, $300 just from people ordering the product through me, through building my customer base. So the first step is customers. Now you have to be very intentional about your time. So, you know, you get started, you write a list. Hey, it's Tara. I just started promoting a challenge. I wanted to share some information with you because I'm working on referrals, and I want to ask you, who do you know that needs to lose weight? Who do you know that wants to get healthy? Who do you know that works out? Oh, well, I want to lose weight. What do you got? Well, let me send you a 10-minute video, or come to my challenge party on this date, and I'll give you some information. Guys, if somebody has to lose 40 pounds, they already know it. They have already tried everything. They're looking for the one solution that's going to be cost-effective, taste good, give them results, and not be, you know, don't have to plug their nose when they drink a shake. They don't have to go count points. They don't have to go to some weird meeting at a, you know, stranger's strip mall place where people don't care about them. People want something they can do on their own, that's going to be simple, that doesn't taste terrible, that's not going to break the bank, that gives them results, period. So to the degree which you go share this information with people, sharing websites, going on Facebook and social media, which I get my majority of my customers from social media, and just sharing with your friends and families, having a party. You know, every woman I know is, every woman, I've never met a woman that's not been to a makeup, a jewelry, or a purse party. Never. Never met one. Never met one. This is something we do as women. You know, and as women, we should have each other's backs and want each other to be healthy. So customers is the easiest thing. There's a few different ways you can get customers. Number one, social media. Number two, calling people and just going to meet them one-on-one, giving them a sample, talking about their goals, showing them what their program entails, getting them started. You know, there's some people that are extraordinary. I know Sonia Pantoja, Sonia Bennett, she's amazing at this. She would literally just fill her calendar with 1 hour or half an hour appointments, and was doing, you know, 6,000 to 8,000 a month in customer volume, which without building a team is an extra $1,500 to $2,000 a month, and it was very part-time. So guys, sky's the limit. You know, we have people on our team like Chris Covage, works 80 hours a week with 4 kids and a wife, and was still managing 8,000 to 9,000 in PQV, which is an extra couple $1,000s a month just in customers, including, you know, that doesn't include what he got from building a team. So number one is customers. You know, write a list, follow up, talk to people about the challenge, ask them what their goal is, and then when you get a customer, don't be afraid to say, hey, do you know anyone else that would love to save money and lose weight. Yes, I do. Great. Can you refer them to me? Can you just simply let them know I'll be calling them and say, hey, Tara's called me. She mentioned that you had a health goal, that you were talking about losing weight. Can I ask you what you're doing? Are you open to a solution that has helped 3 million people? Can I give you some information, maybe give you some products to try, and discuss your health goals? Guys, people are looking. So customers is number one. Number two, best way to build your paycheck is through parties. I was talking to the corporate team the other day, and I'm telling you, time after time after time after time after time, the one congruency I see, the people that are growing the most always have this one thing in common. The people who are not growing at all also have this one thing in common, or the lack of it in common is people who have the parties make the most money. I watched Doug Simpson and his Virginia team. They put in $43,000 in new volume in 1 month through 50 challenge parties on his team. Broke two regionals and a national in 1 month, all through challenge parties, getting in front of people. Because, guys, not everyone's an entrepreneur, but, again, 7 out of 10 people want a solution for their health. They want better energy. They want a healthier lifestyle. They want to lose weight, and they want to get fit, period. Like, very little people, maybe 1% of the population, or maybe 5% of the population falls into, I don't care, I want to be a fat, unhealthy slob all my life. I've never met anybody like that. That would never be in my circle. So in my network, I won't call anybody like that. And probably you won't either. And are they existing? Yes. So guys, have parties, have fun. This should not be like a whole night. 7 o'clock, we're going to serve shakes from 7 to 7:10. 7:15, we're going to push play on a video that's 10 minutes long. 7:25, we're going to talk about what your goals are. We're going to get you started. We're going to put you on the right kit. We're going to get you signed up. We're going to get you plugged into a local challenge group, and you're going to be out the door by 7:45. That's it. 45 minutes. So when you're talking about the 5, 10, 15 hours a week that you can put into this, that's one activity that's a high value, because if you put 5 people in a living room, I can almost guarantee that at least 3 are going to get started. The hostess or host is going to get free product, and you're going to get paid on all the customers. This is your best funnel. Parties are your best way to find the most people the quickest. You can get up to 25% commission by doing 2,500 in sales a month. You do a party where you get 10 people in the room, and some people get on a transformation kit, some a fuel kit, some a shape kit, and you do $1,000 in sales. That's 25%, $250 for one night. Even if the party lasted you an hour and you had to drive an hour, half an hour each way, you guys are talking about $125 an hour. You know what $125 annualized is? Are you ready for this? If you did that 40 hours a week, that's $250,000 a year. That's like doctor money. So you can make money in your part-time or your spare time very easily if you are intentional about what you do with that time. If you're sharing the information, and the more people you get in front of, the quicker. So you guys, if your calendar does not have parties on it, that is the one reason that your business is not growing like you want it to grow, because customers who are satisfied, who have an entrepreneurial spirit, will ultimately ask you about, hey, I know that you earn income doing this. Can you tell me more about this opportunity? And you'll find friends. If Chris Cubbage goes out and calls 20 of his best friends and say, look, I work 80 hours a week, I've got 4 kids, and I'm making an extra $3,000 a month on the side working this 10 hours a week, I'm sure a lot of other people would want that. It's not for everybody, but the ones that it is for will get started. And then the third one is building your team. Now this is just goes back to getting customers, getting them results, and earning a paycheck. Getting parties, getting them results, building your customer base and earning a paycheck. Whether you make $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, if you go and share that story, and there's one overlying theme of all these customers. Getting customers, having the parties, and building your team is stories. If you're going to get customers, you're going to share stories. You're going to show before and after pictures. You're going to say, oh, I knew someone just like you, and this is their story. In fact, let me show you their picture. And that is what will get customers to start. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Parties, you got to get good at pushing play on a video and then sharing a few testimonies of real stuff. Oh, you want to lose 40 pounds? Let me show you. Oh, you want to lose 200 pounds? Well, my friend Jonathan Robinson has lost 200 pounds over the last 18 months. Let me share his story with you. And then building a team is the best thing you can do, is not sell. You're not like, I'm recruiting you, this is it, this is the hours you're going to work, this is what you're going to do. It's like, this is the story. Jennifer May had to borrow $500 4 years ago to get started. Now she's made $1 million. right? Because she just shared her story. She shared stories. I don't consider myself a salesperson. I consider myself a professional storyteller. And to the degree which you share that story with other people is the degree which you will build your team. And the more you build your team, the more customers you'll impact, the more parties that will go on, and people will earn income. So the best thing you can do as a promoter is, number one, if you're brand new, go create your story. Go out and host challenge parties 2 nights a week. You know, get to 3,000-4,000 in PQV, which is personal qualifying volume for those new people on the line. It just means your volume. It means the sales you do. So you get to 3,000, you're going to make 750. Some of you will make bonuses if you come in at the executive levels. It could be an extra $900. It doesn't sound like you're rich, but $900 times 12 is $11,000. Where else are you going to increase your income by $11,000 a year by just going out and helping people a couple nights a week? If you're more adventurous, if you want to take some of those 35 hours that we talked about earlier and you want to spend 10 to 20 of them, and you want to be in homes 3-4 nights a week, or maybe 3 nights or 2 nights in the week, and then, you know, stacking a couple parties on the weekend, so you're in homes 4 or 5 nights a week, you're going to get to the BMW level in no time, because you're going to make so much money. You're going to share that story, and of the 100, 200 people you know, you will find 3 entrepreneurs. You will. They're everywhere. Entrepreneurs are everywhere. Everyone wants more money. Everyone wants more time. Everyone wants more freedom. This is the age of entrepreneurism. In no time in history has there been more entrepreneurs than there is right now. There is more millionaires being created right now than any time in history, and the wellness industry, the fitness industry, the weight loss industry are creating so many millionaires right now. In fact, our company, you guys know, has created 55 millionaires. Get good at sharing stories. I have a friend in the business who, you know, was sleeping on a mattress, and then a weekly hotel because he was so poor and he was practically homeless. He was sleeping on a mattress in a basement. Then he went to a weekly hotel, and now he's a millionaire with our company. Now, this isn't always about rags to riches. He's willing to work. He was willing to do the work. He was willing to put in the time. He was willing to follow the system. He was willing to go change lives. But guys, sky's the limit. So go out and get your customers. Get people on the challenge, share their stories, go have parties, which is just getting together with your customers and their network to try to get their product for free, because people love free product. No matter how much money you have, free product's always great. My husband and I happily eat and share with our family the $500 or so in free product we get with snacks, energy drinks, meal replacements, and vitamins and breakfast, which we were already spending money on. So it's just nice to get it free. An extra $6,000-7,000 in free product every year is certainly a great bonus of being a promoter. And then build your team. And your team is nothing more than finding the entrepreneurs who are just like you, who would love to help people in their spare time or part-time or possibly eventually full-time, who want to help people and who see that we need people. Guys, the obesity epidemic is going up every single year. It's claiming over 400,000 lives just in the U.S. So, you know, the next time you see an earthquake wipe out 4,000 people, just know that every 4 days in the United States, that's how many people are wiped out from obesity, every 4 days. It's like a major earthquake happening every 4 days. Imagine that. That's what obesity is doing, guys. We just don't hear about it. Doesn't mean it's not happening. So I'm passionate about helping you guys with all three. Hopefully that you will spend the rest of your month going out, finding customers, going out, getting in homes, and finding the entrepreneurs who want to help us continue this mission of life, health, and prosperity, and help make an impact with their friends, their family, their network, and their communities, and hopefully eventually their cities, their counties, their states, their country, and the world. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. And tomorrow, please join Rachel Jackson, Royal Ambassador, on the Daily Power Call at 12 p.m. Pacific, noon Pacific, Pacific 3 Eastern, and this call is a fishy wrap. Thanks, guys.